It's Fired Up Friday, and this isn't your feel good pep talk. This is the Bad Influence podcast. Yeah, the one they warn you about. I'm Jordan Banderas, and today we're setting your fears on fire, torching your excuses, and waking up that sleeping animal inside you. If you want to take control of your life, it starts right here. New drops every week, but this one's a reckoning. So let's burn the old version of you to the ground and start with this. There's no such thing as a problem without a solution. Only excuses dressed in logic. Only fear disguised as wisdom. You call it impossible because it's uncomfortable. Let's be honest. But the truth? Oh, the truth. Every wall you've ever hit was just a door you were too scared to kick open. Life isn't your enemy. It's your sparring partner. It's not trying to break you. It's trying to build the version of you that can handle what you ask for. And that version of you won't appear until you stop flinching at the first sign of struggle. Because pain isn't punishment. I don't know how many times I have to say this out loud because it is not punishment. It's permission. Permission to become everything you said you wanted to be. Think about it. Just think about it. You've been here before. That night when your chest felt heavy, your thoughts got loud and quitting started sounding like peace, right? Have you ever been in that situation? Oh, I'm sure as hell I have. You swore there was no way out. But life's got a dark sense of humor, doesn't it? It doesn't ask if you're ready. No, it doesn't. It just throws you into the storm and waits to see if you'll swim. It does, huh? It truly does. And somewhere between your last tear and your next breath, guess what happened? You found it. You found it. The way out wasn't around it. It was through it. That's when you learn. The obstacle was never in the way. It was the way. Every problem you faced was training for the next level you said you wanted. And if you're not willing to suffer for the solution, you don't deserve the result. Plain and simple. That's the deal life makes with warriors. No shortcuts, no sympathy, just sweat, strategy, and scars. You don't fear failure. You fear effort. You fear the work it will take to fix what you've ignored. You're not afraid it's impossible. You're afraid it's possible, and that means you have to show up every damn day to prove it. That's the hidden terror of responsibility. It exposes your potential. And once you've seen your own power, you can never go back to pretending you're weak. It's true. It is absolutely true. Remember the first time life hit you so hard you couldn't even breathe? You were young, naive, still believing life owed you fairness, right? Then it punched. It punched hard. And in that moment, you met reality. It didn't apologize. It didn't slow down. It just looked you dead in the eyes and said, "What now?" And something inside you changed. Oh, yes, it did. You wiped the blood from your mouth, stared life down, and whispered, "Not like this." That whisper was your first taste of power. Not the kind you post online, but the kind you earn in silence. That was the birth of your fight. You didn't realize it then, but that pain wasn't there to destroy you. No, it wasn't. It was there to introduce you to yourself. The version of you that doesn't flinch. The one that doesn't negotiate with fear. The one that rises when everything says stay down. You didn't grow from comfort. No, you didn't. And let's make that clear. Because you grew from chaos. Because chaos is where champions are carved. And now, every time life throws you a storm, you smirk. You're like, Because you danced with darkness before and you didn't lose. That's right, you didn't lose. Life punched you and you punch back. Life called you a bitch and you said, fuck you. So be honest. What pain are you still hiding behind? You use it like armor, don't you? Life did me dirty. I didn't have a fair shot. But pain isn't your prison, it's your proof. The deeper it cut, the more it shapes you. You can let it define you. Sure you can. Or you can let it refine you. Yes, you can. Some of you love calling things unsolvable. Because unsolvable means you don't have to try anymore. It means you get to sit in your comfort and call it fate. Right? That's what a lot of you do. And I used to do this as well. And I see the same thing with other people. But what if the problem isn't unsolvable? What if you just stop solving? That's not destiny holding you back. That's laziness wearing fate's mask. Most pain doesn't come from the problem. It doesn't. It comes from avoiding it. You drag it, delay it, evade it. You keep saying one day, as if someday's gonna show up carrying a miracle. It's true, I've seen it, I did. But every time you run, the problem grows teeth. And when it finally bites, you call it bad luck. You already know how strong you are. Yes, you do, you know it. You just pretend you don't, because admitting your strength will kill every excuse you've ever used to stay small. Yes, that's exactly what happens. If you admit how strong you are, that will mean you cannot make any excuses for failing. Because strength also means getting back up. And once you see that truth, you can't unsee it. That's the price of growth. No more pretending you can't. Because deep down, you've always known you can. And that knowledge demands action. Yes, it does. When you know you can, literally, you're saying to yourself, I can do this and I should do this. So every single excuse that you put out there doesn't make sense anymore to you. There was a time I didn't smirk when storms came. No, I didn't. I was like scared. I froze. I panicked because I thought some problems didn't have solutions. That illusion shattered the day my wife got sick. One moment, everything was fine. Plans, laughter, life moving smooth. The next, everything stopped. Doctors, tests, words that didn't make sense. I remember sitting there, watching the strongest person I knew fade in front of me. And for the first time, I didn't know what to do. I was lost. I wanted to fix it. I wanted to fight it. But there was no manual, no map, no right answer. It felt like life slammed the brakes, and all I could do was stare at the wreckage. That's when the whisper started. Maybe this is it. Maybe this is the end. Maybe this is all I can do. But I couldn't afford to believe that. No, I couldn't, because if I believed it was impossible, I'd already lost. So I started small. One day, one step, one decision at a time. I studied, I researched, I learned how healing worked, how mindset worked, how faith worked. I tracked every detail like it was war. And somewhere in that chaos, guess what? Guess what I found? I found clarity. It was hard. I'm not gonna say it was easy. It was hard. It took me years, but I found it. The problem wasn't her sickness. It was my belief that I was powerless. That realization changed everything. Some problems don't vanish overnight, but every single one can be worked. There's always a lever, always a pivot, always a way. I couldn't cure her overnight. No, I couldn't, but I could lead. I could fight beside her, not in panic, but in purpose. And slowly, I watched her rise again. Not because the storm disappeared, but because we refused to drown. That's when it hit me. There's no such thing as a problem without a solution. Only problems that demand a stronger version of you to solve them. And if there is a problem that cannot be solved, that's a fact of life. And you cannot fight a fact of life. Now, when life hits me, I don't break. No, I don't. I get curious because I've already faced the kind of pain that should have ended me. And I built solutions out of ashes. I truly did. There's no such thing as a hopeless situation, only a mindset too scared to adapt. Every unsolvable problem died the second someone said, "There's gotta be a way." Life doesn't reward the lucky. It rewards the relentless. If you can stay in the fight longer than most people can stay comfortable, you win by default. Discomfort isn't a wall, it's a test. Every burn you feel while leveling up is proof you're in new territory. The weak retreat, the strong recalibrate. So stop confusing pain for punishment. It's just a receipt for your next version. You say you're waiting for the right time, but really, you're waiting for courage. You keep saying, "I don't know what to do." How many of you have said that? I'm guilty of that. I don't know what to do. So I'm just gonna sit my ass down and wait for the solution, right? Bullshit. You know exactly what to do. You're just scared of what it will cost. But peace costs more than fear ever will. And you can't buy peace with procrastination. No, you can't. What if you stop seeing problems as punishment and started seeing them as proof? Proof that you're still in the ring. Life doesn't throw punches at the spectators. It saves them for fighters. The fact that you're catching hits means you're still relevant to the game. Relevance is earned through resistance. Every problem you solve is a rep for your resilience. Every rep builds the kind of strength comfort could never teach you. You don't get stronger by avoiding the weights. You get stronger by lifting what scares you. Your struggle isn't proof of failure. No, it is not. It's evidence of forward motion. You're still in the damn arena, which means you're still in control. Fire doesn't destroy the strong, it rebuilds them. You don't truly know yourself until the hit hits. That's when the masks melt. That's when the excuses evaporate. And what's left, that's the real you. That's the real you. Once the mask melts because of the heat, Once the mask breaks because of the hits that you're taking, the real you will be revealed. So let me ask you, what's the one problem you've been avoiding? The one that whispers at night when everything's quiet. The one that drains you just because you keep pretending it doesn't exist. Yeah, that one. That's the one I'm talking about. Face it. Not tomorrow. Not when you're ready. Now. Because you don't need more time. No, you don't. You need more truth. The truth that you've always been capable. That fear isn't a prophecy. No, it is not. It's just noise. And once you stop listening to it, everything becomes clear. That's when you rise. That's when you know yourself. That's when you find yourself, your strength, and everything about you that makes you unstoppable. So here's your move. Stop overthinking. Start executing. The world doesn't need your plan. It needs your proof. Handle the hard shit. Bleed for the breakthrough. And when they ask how you did it, tell them, I refuse to fucking quit. Every problem has a pulse, and every pulse can be conquered. Life's not testing your pain tolerance, it's testing your persistence. The storm doesn't want to destroy you, it wants to see if you'll stop walking. Stop waiting for the easy way, because it's not coming. Because you were not built for easy, you were built for endurance. You've got the fire, you've got the grit. You've got the scars that prove you've been through hell and didn't stay there. Now it's time to show the world your unstoppable badassery. Because you don't run from the hard stuff. No, you don't. You run through it. You don't fear the storm. You are the storm. And the world better pray it never tries to stand in your way again. Every problem has a solution if you're savage enough to face it. Every challenge has a crack if you're stubborn enough to find it. So rise up, stand tall, and when life hits, hit back harder. Because the ones who refuse to bow become the ones the world can break. And that's you. That is you right now. You, the listener right now. The person that is behind the screen listening to this podcast. That's you. But you always have to remember this. The choice is yours. And that's it for today. If you're still making excuses after this one, that's on you. But if you're ready to move, then burn the dang comfort zone down. Smash that subscribe button so you never miss the fire. Send this to someone who's one decision away from a full-blown comeback. This is the Bad Influence Podcast. Until next time, stay relentless, stay dangerous, and make them remember your name. And have a great day.